grateful. And why not? You can pick up your phone and reach out to me on the studio line 070 0010 961 961 070 0010 961 961. Abuja, we will definitely be right back. Don't wanna touch or die.
Zinchenko, and Rodri! It's happening again! City Lava final day sensation! It's bubbling up in blue! Here's Robertson, and here is Jordan Henderson. That is a beautiful finish. Fabulous control from the Liverpool skipper, who beats the badge and dances. It feels the way a derby should. Goodison on the light, special. Relish it while we have it. Firpo for Rodrigo. Oh, it's flown in, that's extraordinary. That's a cross. It's a freak, it's a fluke. It might be a game changer. Caught in the gale beyond the hair. And leads her halfway back. Pick one from three. He's probably favourite. Alexander-Arnold, that's why. That is a diamond of a goal. Beautiful, just beautiful. Immaculately thought through and just brilliantly executed. Kovacic. Conte. N'Golo Conte, deflection, goal! Eric Dyer hangs his head. N'Golo Conte raises his arms and is embraced. Credit one, debit the other. Little matter, the Blue Boys are in charge. Thiago's there, his clearance comes to Shelby, who can hit them. John Joe Shelby has scored for Newcastle. Well, that is a twist. Unforeseen by anyone, let alone Alisson. Jurgen Klopp with a disbelieving smile. And John Joe Shelby, who once thrived on this ground in red, has taken a little chunk out of the hand that used to feed him. Stones up at his station. De Bruyne lifting it in. Morris! Oh, that's glorious. Just how good is that? Technique beyond your wildest dreams. There aren't many on the globe who could pull that off. An ordinary player doesn't do that. And plays in Shaw. And there's Pogba, who rifles it into the rigging. And Manchester United do strike with vigour and purpose. Paul Pogba is at it again. It's Ben Rama. Declan Rice has a look, has a hit, and scores a beauty. It is a fabulous hit from the battery in the West Ham watch. The man who maybe more than any other makes them happen has hit a hammer's hammer. And West Ham have their lead back. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, deflection goal! Just when they needed it most. The little box of tricks has come up with another. Hear this place. Just hear this place. One each, just more than a quarter of an hour to play. All options still open. Allen nicks it out. Rodri! Oh, wow! Does he not thump that? Take away the rigging, and that is travelling into tomorrow and beyond. A rocket and a bit. This is hit with violence. When he hits them, they stay hit. Target goes over to meet Johnson. Ben Johnson made a yard and got in a terrific drive and established a lead for West Ham. What a fine strike that is from the young fullback. Absolutely terrific goal, and look at that unity. It's a super goal. The Hammers are happy again. And Alonso flashes it in, and Kelleher applies a knuckle back by Kovacic. Oh, super goal. And Chelsea reignite it. Mateo Kovacic with something beyond the ordinary. It's a smashing game, this, and Chelsea are in the thick of it again. What a super goal. Alexander-Arnold, wow! Oh, my goodness me. He has nailed that. Sheer ferocity. Boy, that flew. Well, sometimes when they're hit, they stay hit. Width from Son, Bergwijn through the middle now, Dele Alli arriving, Lucas Moura checking on the edge of the penalty area. Son had a go and scored a beauty. That has fair feast into the bottom corner. It's a little gem that from Son Heung-min. And the champions are behind on day one. Luis, that's a lovely touch. And here's Matty Cash to hammer it into the roof of the net. That is a belter. A moment to cherish. And he won't forget that one in a hurry. That's a lovely ball. Foden. Walker stepped over it. De Bruyne! Another gem of a goal in a gem of a game. And how pumped is he? 2 each. Masuaku. Masuaku. Oh, it's got in! And West Ham are 3.5 minutes away from a steal. Unbelievable. How has that happened? De Bruyne drifting away from N'Golo Kanté. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, wow, that's brilliant. That is magnificent. Game changer. Point of world-class difference. No one stops that. No one on the planet. Genius.
Never mind Kevin De Bruyne. It's Heaven De Bruyne.
Breuer through the middle. Redmond at Gomez. Redmond, oh, it's a glorious goal. It is a glorious goal. A quite splendid hit from Nathan Redmond. And once again, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool have required of themselves to do it the hard way. Taken back by Elneny, hit by Xhaka. What a wonderful, wonderful goal. And Arsenal are where they want to be. You're right, Andy, they don't come round very often, but when they do, they are very often memorable. And he has given that the works. De Bruyne, deflection, goal! Kevin De Bruyne penetrates promptly. And the champions strike first on their turf. He is just about unstoppable right now. Raheem Sterling. Oh, he's got a shot from Ayling, hasn't he? Fernandinho spears one in. Did you ever see a broader smile than that one? He is thrilled to bits with that hit. And City have 4 on the road. Pogba. Bruno Fernandes, beautiful. Oh boy, that's beautiful. Don't forget me. Bruno Fernandes, permanent class. He's Portuguese as well, you know. I mean, what is there to add? What is there to add? And wriggle away from Højbjerg and find Hakim Ziyech. And Ziyech bends one gloriously. Wow. Now that is special. Beauty in blue. A game crying out for a crowning moment has just been blessed with something truly decorative, far beyond ordinary. Only a good player can do what Hakim Ziyech just did. De Bruyne, voracious appetite. He's kept going. Kevin De Bruyne, oh, beauty! A hat-trick after 23.5 minutes, and that was a blistering means of completing it. What a sensational hit. What a sensational player. Kieran Tierney. Bukayo Saka, Arsenal ahead. It's a headline start to 2022. Saka launches the new year. And does so in Gunner's style. Arsenal mean this.
Headphones on.
Headphones on.
Microphone in position.
Microphone in position. Oh!
Decks on.
What's what it's on?
Tapes on.
Tapes on.
Volume on.
Volume on.
The best music. The best music. The best music.
Keep it locked, cause you will be shot.
Breathe. Exhale. Take some time off that beat.
particularly confident.
This could open up kindly for De Silva, and it's wriggled in! The bees sting instantly! Horrible De Gea spinach! Just enough strike, but that should never get through.
Well, he doesn't need me, he doesn't need Tim Howard, he doesn't need anybody in any studio telling him he should be saving this. Absolutely terrible mistake by the goalkeeper.
Definitely we are back, and now we are definitely ready to go, and it is match day live all across Africa, and of course all across Europe. It went down in the early hours of this morning, 1:30 a.m. while you were sleeping. Uncle Feinboy was wide awake trying to cover the game between Chile and their opponent. That game ended by 5-0. Ruthless Chileans had to show their class over their opponent, though it was a friendly game, but these guys do not know when it comes to being friends. But let's also talk more of African football. But this time, let's get back to the grassroots as the FCT Football Association has taken a giant step in re-electing a visionary leader and a revolutionary footballer technocrat in person of Abba Muktala Muhammad. He came out with a massive vote, and the supporters as well as those that voted for him. Yours, faithful Uncle Feinboy, could not partake in the election because I'm just here getting all the facts and getting ready to rumble just for you. But it seems Young Bills was there after the election, but he didn't stay too long. Just some few minutes he breezed in and he breezed out. Hopefully he will give us just a little feelers on how that went down. Let us also recall that Abba Muktala Muhammad was the former FCT Football Association chairman, and now he has been re-elected. It shows that there's something that is currently doing right. Young Bills, should we say congratulations to Abuja.
It's an absolutely amazing position, and this man we're talking about is an amazing personality.
True
and
that.
He's indeed a football genius. He has been on the grassroots scene for a long while,
yes,
and he has been consistent. You know, consistency is the key, and the relationship between him and so many people in play, it's very amazing, and it's really a pleasure, and it's a congratulatory message from me to him because he's an absolutely amazing personality and he loves the game, I tell you.
Definitely, we've not discredit the fact that indeed he loved the game of football. The likes of EFCC Football Club and some amazing football clubs here in Abuja, they are making strides. EFCC have qualified for the Super 8 playoff from the NNL, and it looks that they will just qualify as well for the NPFL. Most academies are scattered all over Abuja, courtesy of this man. He has indeed written his name in gold to be re-elected for such an enviable position as the chairman of Abuja FA. It is a non-mean feat, if you ask me. Congratulations once again to Abba Muktala Muhammad.
Definitely, it's a heavy congratulations to him and people that are around him. I believe and I know that he's going to deliver better, deliver more consistently. He's going to deliver to the city of Abuja, and I think a lot of people have been talking good about this particular personality, and he has been involved in the round leather game in the city of Abuja, and I believe he's going to prop up the game to the highest level and the highest standard.
Sure, that I cannot dispute. Picking up from where he left it last time, being re-elected as the chairman of the FA here in Abuja. All we are saying from a voice of the people, 96.1 FM is congratulations to the new re-elected chairman of the Abuja FA. Sir, definitely we would like to invite to give you a special invitation to the number one, I dare say, number one capital building after Aso Rock here in Abuja, to come and let Abuja know, because we are the voice of the people, and the people are actually ready to hear from you in terms of your plans and also how it feels being re-elected as the chairman of Abuja FA. I know that your aides and your friends are listening to us right now. Of course, they are scattered all over our social media, and of course, I can see their messages as well. But we will give voice to those messages when it's time. Once again, you can connect to us on 070-0010-961. 961. That is the studio line that you can reach us on 070-0010-961. 961. Yes, I can see your calls are coming. Keep them coming. And also, with that number, you can send your WhatsApp message, and we will obviously, of course, give ears to them. All right, let's switch over to the NFF Secretariat, as the news dropped yesterday, Young Bills, and it's a kind of news that personally I do not like. The news is hurting. The news is painful. And what's that? It has been confirmed that Nigeria will not be part of the West African Football Union WAFUB under 20 men's tournament, which will commence in July. The Secretary General of the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, Sanusi Mohammed, confirmed that the most populous African country withdrew from the tournament after being knocked out in the quarterfinals of the just concluded Under 20 FIFA World Cup. Here is the reason he gave. He says, and I quote, "Yes, it's true. Nigeria has withdrawn from the Under 20 WAFUB Championship." Speaking on why Nigeria withdrew, he went further to say, "The players just returned from the World Cup and went home to rest. We can't recall them now to embark on another tournament that will not serve," underline that word, "that will not serve as qualifiers for any competition. The players are human and needs to rest." Young Bills, as a concerned sport lover, as an ardent follower of Nigerian football right from the 90s till date, as a lover of underage football tournaments, how do you receive this message? Because I know you saw the message when it dropped since yesterday on the NFF platform to Nigerians. And how do you feel knowing that your darling under 20 Flying Eagles will not be part of the WAFUB Championship?
It is panicking, absolutely panicking, because I really don't understand why they would tell me that the players are tired, whereby we know that football is one of the greatest sports in the history of the country.
True.
And I really don't know the criteria or the yardstick whereby this man is trying to say they are tired, they are just coming back. But they used to go for this tournament before.
Yes, they
so
do.
Then what's the problem?
They just concluded a league, and the leagues in Europe, it has ended. And now European football, or club football in general, they are currently off season.
Yes.
But we can see the same players playing Euros, qualifiers, playing the friendlies, playing even at the AFCON qualifiers. Why won't these guys play this tournament?
If Nathan Ake can play a Champions League final, and within the space of like
5 days, 5 days later,
he played, and even going to an extra time. So why will you tell me that these players coming back from under 20 will not play WAFUB? And this is a tournament that we have never won. We have never won this tournament, and it is really painful that it's disheartening.
I can feel your pain, my brother.
It's raging inside me that this football country that we call the greatest of all time in Africa cannot even win this WAFBU tournament. And this set of crop of players in this under 20, I believe that they can go there to win this tournament. And you telling us, giving us a mediocre excuse, telling us that.
Now let me shock you. Hold your thoughts, young Bills. Now the WAFU B on Monday, 17th of April 2023. Mark that date, 17th of April 2023, and this is a June 17, exactly 2 months. Nigerians were drawn alongside Benin Republic and Togo in Group B. Now this means that both Togo and Benin Republic, irrespective of the result after the Group B encounter between the two countries, will qualify automatically for the semi-finals of the competition.
Can you imagine? That's just a platter of gold, because this is a tournament that during quarterfinals, I think the last WAFU we played, I think we went out quarterfinals or thereabout. Then I wonder why this is just a clean slate, just 2 games. We win the semi-final, go to the final, and just get the trophy. But now this is a mediocre, and they've paid these guys this money. They paid Nigerian FA this money for this tournament. You cannot tell me that they are going to play this tournament for free. So what is the yardstick? No concrete, genuine reason why these players are not going for this tournament, because I really don't understand. Only if you cannot select from the under 20 crop of players, we have the players that have played the league. Why not select from the players that have played the league? So what are you telling me now? You just come and tell us that they are tired. Must we use the under 20 players? Don't we have under 20 players from the league
or team B
players? So what are we saying? It's just, I don't know.
I believe the NFF are listening to us. It is quite abysmal and quite appalling that Nigerians are not happy. That one of the team that gives us glory in terms of football in the under 20, because it was from this under 20 we got the likes of Mikel Obi, Ahmed Musa, Chinedu Basiogbuke, Taye Taiwo, Onyekachi Apam, you name them. We got them. The likes of Victor Unsofo. These are guys that emanated from the under 20, and now the likes of Bamayi, the likes of Aruna, Haliru, and a whole lot of them will not be there. It is not a good thing to hear. And for the records, it was in the semi-finals and not in the quarterfinals. We got knocked out in the last AFCON under 20. Yes, it was the Burkina Faso that knocked us out. Even though we finished 4th, it gave us that qualification to qualify for the World Cup. But for the WAFU B tournament, we have not won. Even though we have played in the finals twice, Ghana seems to be the roadblock that usually stops us. But it is sad. It is sad that teams like Benin Republic and Togo have had, in fact, we have been walked over, and these two teams have gotten 3 points, and that guarantees them automatic qualification. Now, Group A consists of the host, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic, and Group B, which ought to have Benin Republic, Togo, and Nigeria. Yes, you can imagine, just 3 teams make up Group B, and now Nigeria is not there. These 2 teams have automatically qualified for the next stage. Quite painful. Before we go to the next story, so talking about the Super Eagles, because we hear touchdown Liberia. They have not touched down Liberia. Victor Osimhen's mentor, talking about George Opunwe, have indicated his availability that he will be at the stadium live. Talking about the Samuel Doe Stadium in Liberia to see the game live. Now, though Osepesera has come out to say that his team need to concentrate and play hard and well to get all maximum points. But the Super Eagles just need 1 point, at least 1 point, to guarantee qualification into the next stage. Now let's talk about the Super Eagles just for a moment. We step out, then we come back and talk Super Eagles much better. Right now they are touchdown, and no scare. 23 players are complete, and no injury worry so far. The likes of Victor Osimhen and the likes are ready to rumble. But the captain of Sierra Leone, talking about Stephen Coker, he went he had a surgery on his left Achilles tendon, his ACL. Yes, his ACL. He got ruptured about 5 days ago. He had a surgery, but so far the coaches come out to say that they do not know the whereabouts of their skipper. Even though their top striker, talking about Dundumba has come out to say that they will get all 3 points against the star-studded Super Eagles. How confident young Bills that the Sierra Leonean will defeat the Super Eagles?
It's impossible.
He laughs.
It's impossible. It's not possible.
Says who?
It's impossible.
Guinea-Bissau defeated us at the Moshood Abiola Stadium the other time.
I told
everything is possible in
the
football.
Greatest of all time. I told you, Abuja. I think they need to take prophets there to wet the ground, because I don't know, something is wrong with that stadium.
All right.
Seriously, but I believe this is an amazing opportunity for Victor Osimhen to sell himself more, because he's in the transfer radar, so he needs to score more now. So that I really want him in Real Madrid. I really want him in Manchester United. So he needs to deliver, and this is an opportunity for Nigeria to just get all 3 points and make it a walkover. Sierra Leone, come on now, no. Nigeria is going to walk them through. I'm serious. Absolutely.
You're serious that the Super Eagles will definitely take this one home?
I'm telling you.
But if you ask the coach, Ivorians, they will not believe that they will lose this match. Still tracking some of the games that are currently ongoing in the AFCON 2024 qualifiers that is currently going down. Early kickoff, we saw Angola. The game is in at the 90th plus 4 minutes. That's a 94th minute in this one. Angola came back from a goal down. They are currently leading Central African Republic by 2-1. Angola.
Absolutely amazing. Angola, I call them the Anglophone of Africa.
Sure.
Really, and you remember the likes of Manucho those days.
Don't mention one name, Aqua. Don't mention Aqua. Austin, JJ, or Kocha, wherever he is sipping his tea, it will pour. Because Aqua stopped the Super Eagles from qualifying for the 2006 World Cup in Berlin, Germany. Angola, they are undoing that year. Please don't mention those names.
I'm telling you, I love the country, the golden days of the Angolan football. I think they are trying to rejuvenate their football.
True.
They are coming on the highest note, coming back from behind. I call it Odatics, from one go down, coming back from behind to win the game. It's really a pleasure to watch, and Angola are trying to come back to the African scene when it comes to football. And football in Africa is getting so competitive, exciting. Players are coming up, the youth the teams are coming up, and they are trying to say, we're going to write our name in the sands of time. So I think Angola is coming back. Now,
it is a very, very important win for Angola, because the table that we have now is Ghana. Ghana is currently leading that group with 8 points. Yes, Ghana sits top with 8 points. Before that game, Central African Republic, we are 7th. 7 points. Second on the log with 7 points. Just 1 point behind and Ghana. And Angola, we are third with just 5 points. Now, with that win, they now topple the Central African Republic with 1 point. They now sit second, tied on the same points with Ghana, but with a lesser goals difference. And the Central African Republic have 7 points, 1 point behind Angola, with a game in hand, with one more round of game to go. Madagascar, the whipping boys of the group, sit 1 point at the bottom of the group. Madagascar takes on Ghana later tomorrow. Yes, that game kick over tomorrow. So it's going to be down to the wire come next the next round of football. Angola topping Central Africa in that one.
It's going to get to the elastic limit. When it comes to an elastic limit, if it's stretched higher or further, it's going to tear. And I think that one team is going to qualify. You remember I told you about Chievo Verona qualifying in the Italian scene?
Yeah, you did.
I told you that. Now I'm telling you now that Angola is going to scale through with Ghana. Central Africa, I don't know where they're going to find their place, but Angola is going to scale through with Ghana.
He doesn't know where they will get that, but it seems Angola, according to him, will definitely scale through. And talking about scaling through, despite having the likes of Sergio Orey in the lineup, having the likes of Simeon Dalia, Eric Bailly, Frank Kessie in the lineup. The show was stolen by relegated Leicester City powerman Patterson Daka, with the likes of Sankala, with the likes of Musonda in between the stick. Keboa was there, Kawanga was there, Mulenga was there, Musondia also met that Lisa Nwempa. In fact, these are warrior-like names in the Copper Bullet of Zambia. They gunned down the elephants of Ivory Coast at the host nation of the 2024 AFCON by 3 unreplied goals. Did you see this coming, young Bills?
It's the Chipolopolo of Zambia. You know
the
what
Copper
I mean?
Bullets.
You understand? These are heritage of African football. These are people that have written their name in the sands of time when it comes to the African Cup of Nations. If you remember the light of the Katungos and the Felix Katungos
2012
and others, and their veteran that had what's his name? I think he's their FA chairman or something. He's a genius in the round leather game. These Zambia boys are good. Charlie Musunda is a very tricky player. Sikala from Rangers is a tricky player. And this guy, Patsin Dakar, it's a weapon. And you know what I'm talking about? I wasn't shocked because Zambia at home, they are a menace when it comes to the game. And their youth team have been consistent years upon years. So it's not a shock to me because the Ivorian football has gone down to the drain. And the young generation and the golden generation are gone.
The likes of Didier Drogba, Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure, Didier Zokora, Solomon Kalou, Javinho. These are guys that are hearing their name alone in the starting lineup send shivers. Send shivers at your body. But I don't know what's currently going on with the Central African Republic and Angola. That game is in the 100th minute.
There's a fixed match.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, something is trying to go on there.
What have you? It is 100 minutes on the dot, and the referee, the central referee, is still. I say, play. You people must. You tied your boot, right? You say you want to play football. You will play today. That game is still on, but meanwhile, the game between Lesotho and Comoros Island, it is halftime, and they are seated goalless in that one. Let's quickly look at the table between Ivory Coast and Zambia. And with that win, Zambia overtake Ivory Coast into the top position. Zambia sits number 1 with 12 points. Cote d'Ivoire number 2 with 10 points. Comoros sits number 3 with just 4 points, and Lesotho with just 2 points. It is almost done and dusted in this group. We're talking about Group H, Zambia and Cote d'Ivoire, 12 points and 10 points respectively.
Definitely, that's how it's supposed to be. It's Cote d'Ivoire, Zambia, but I'm shocked on the table because Cote d'Ivoire is supposed to be ahead of Zambia. But it's really kudos for the bookies. They have made their money because before the qualifiers, they will tell you.
When you say bookies, break it down. Is it those people that will say I'm put over 2? Home and away to win. Go draw.
When I tell you Odatics, these are the study of odds.
Oh wow, this is new. Let me give him a round of applause. Abuja, this is new. That's what we do on the show. We coin words. We call it what is it? Odatics. That's a study of odds. Yeah. Oh my Jesus God. When I say this is the man that knows how to analyze and dissect the sport in its entirety, now you know why. You know why. Finally, it is full time. Angola takes this one after playing 100 minutes of football. The game has finally come to an end as the central referee blows the final whistle. Beep, beep. And Angola burst into the field to celebrate that one. A good one for Angola away from home, picking up that important win over Central African Republic.
That's what I'm saying. If you remember those days that we used to play football, if you come to the barracks, if you come to barracks and you're leading in barracks, they will tell you that we'll put on the generator. You must make sure you finish this. You must concede. I'm thinking that's what they did to Angola, but the FIFA officials, they are trying to nick their eyes into that game, one. So they had to end that game. I kudos to the Angolans for staying put to their own results.
Both FIFA and of course a CAF, a confederation of African football, both are definitely interested in what's going on because come at the next World Cup, 9 teams from Africa will be representing the continent. But meanwhile, let's come back home. Coach around the world room has listed a European Champion Cup winner Azizat Oshola Denti, attacking midfielder Rashidat Ajibade, and history-making captain Onome Ebi in his list over 23 Super Falcons for this year FIFA World Cup finals in Australia and New Zealand. Having the likes of Azizat and Ajibade, it's no-brainer for you, right?
It's really no-brainer. These are the same players that used to come for the Super
Aside
Falcons.
Oshola and Ajibade, which other strikers do you have, young Bills?
But those days of the Ifa and Chuku
We are talking
Chejine,
about now. You are saying those days.
look at the kind of crop of players we have. Okay. What about Francisca Odega?
Francisca is almost 40. She needs to retire, to which she has done.
What about the player and the lady playing in US? What's her name? This striker.
Onomonu.
I'm telling you.
She's on the list. Maybe you really need to get in touch with the full list, which I would definitely give you the full list. But meanwhile, 9-time African champions Nigeria, who we are without whistling a distance of the semi-final before losing to Brazil in extra time in the United States of America in 1999, will arrive in Australia on Tuesday, I beg your pardon, the 4th of July for the final camping program before the finals begin on the 20th of July. Nigeria will play Canada, co-host nation Australia and Republic of Ireland in that order in the biggest ever FIFA Women's World Cup history, with 32 teams set to debut at the championship. Other players like Coach Randy Waldron has definitely invited. Is the first choice goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadozie, as well as defenders Osinachi Ohale and Oluwatoyin Demahi, midfielders Alimatu Ainde and Christy Uchebe, and forwarder Esther Okoronkwo makes the list, and one woman makes a return back to the squad. Desire or Paranozie, my sweetheart, she makes a return back to the young boys. Don't look at me. I love women. There's no the Abuja knows I love women. Women that can deliver. Women that when they are running, things run along. And those things that run along are the balls that we get into the net. Yes, the balls that will serve the ball and it gets into the net. I don't know where your mind is going to. But one thing is for certain. These women has lit up the face of Nigerian when it comes to sports football in its entirety.
Oparanoze has been a sensational player. I think it's the fracas between she and the NFM, the Nigerian Football Federation.
True.
That was what caused it. But she has been consistent, even in her club. She has been consistent.
A street in France was named after her.
Yes, she has
during
been
her days in Nice.
Yes, she has been consistent, and I really love it. Why she was brought by when I loved it when I heard she was back, because she's a firepower. When you're calling Ajibade, sometimes I just she's why I love Ajibade, because she loves God. I love Jesus everywhere, and I love it when somebody try to display I love Jesus, but she's not consistent. Ajibade, before, when she was coming into the under-20, she was a menace, a fantastic player. When she went to is it Atletico Madrid or something?
Yes, she played there.
Yes, she dropped form. Coming into Nigerian Super Falcons, she dropped form. Even the Oshola, that is one of the greatest of all time in Nigerian football, female football. She comes to Nigerian football. I don't know.
Blame it on injury, though. Blame it on injury.
What is happening? You know those days of Super Falcons when you call players, you find Chuku Chejine, the other the Chejines, the goalkeepers,
even the Odegas,
Messi
Akide, yeah. You talk about 3 times African female football of the year.
That our captain what's her name? Nigerian captain then. I forgot it. These are consistent players, but these are our present day Super Falcons. I really don't understand.
Blame it on the coach. Blame it on the technical ability of a coach, Randy Wardrum. All right, so let's get the full list of the players that have made it to the camp. From the goalkeeping department, we have Chiamaka Nadozie. She plays for Paris FC in France. Tochuku Olueyi plays for Hakarigo in Kahirigo Sport. Wow, what a mouthful. In Turkey, we have Yewande Balogo. She plays for Saint-Etienne in France. Defenders, we have Onome Ebi from Abia Angels. Osinachi Ohale, she plays for Deportivo Alaves in Spain. Gloria Ogbonna, she plays at trade for Besiktas JK in Turkey. Ashley Plumtree, she plays for Leicester City in England.
My baby girl.
Yellow Papa.
I love her. Jesus.
Face your front. Be focused. Be focused. She's not single. All right, from the defenders, we have Rafiat Imouran. She plays for Stade de Reims in France. Michelle Adlos, yes, she plays for Houston Dash in the USA. Olua Tosi Demehi, she plays for Stade de Reims in France. Those are the defenders. Now, let's look at the midfielders that Coach Randy Waldrum has invited. We have Alimatu Ainde. She plays for Rotengard FC in Sweden. Rashidat Ajibade. She plays for Atletico Madrid in Spain. Tony Pine. Tony Pine applies football in Sevilla in Spain. We have Christy Ucheibe. She plays football in SL Benfica in Portugal. Deborah Abiodu. She plays for Rivers Angel. And finally, from the midfielders, we have Jennifer Echegini. She plays for Florida State University in the USA. And the forward, one of the most interesting departments of the Super Falcons. We have Uchenna Kanu. She plays for Racing Louisville in Kentucky, USA. Gift Monday. She plays for UDG Tenerife in Spain. Ifoma Onumonu. She plays for New York Gotham FC in USA. Azizat Oshola, of course, a Champions League winning player who is gunning for a record assist. African female footballer of the year. She plays for Barcelona feminine in Spain. Desire Oparanose. She has moved to far away. She plays for Wuhan Chengula Guanjin in China. Francesca Odega, she makes the list as she plays for CSK Moscow in Russia. And finally, the woman who makes it at 23, Esther Okoronkwo, she plays for Saint Etienne in France. 4 of our players that plays for Saint Etienne and France have all been invited. Young Bills, any of this name that you see that may happens to be a weak link, or any of these players that you want to see should stand out for the Super Falcons?
That's Uchenna. That's the lady I'm talking about. That one playing for US. That Uchenna, that lady.
Uchechi.
Uchechi, she's a beast when it comes to the forward play. I've watched her play. I think she scored close to almost 20 goals last season in her club. She's a beast. Then the last name that you called,
Esther Okoronkwo
is another fantastic player. So I really want.
You're calling somebody's daughter a beast, a young beast. You're calling somebody's sister, somebody's in-law, somebody's mother to be a
beast in the round leather game.
I am not. I am not here. By the time they come to pick you up, I'll just say that is the man that called her a beast.
Attacking prowess. When I call a player a beast, she's an attacking prowess, because I've watched her play. You understand? I want the coach to have some dicey play, positional play, and change a lot of both the formation and the kind of players that is going to start. All this consistent name that we used to see in his lineup, I really don't want that. He's always predictable. That's what I really don't like in the Super Falcons. I need a dynamic team, a team that is going to have some rhetorical play. You understand what I'm saying? So I need some new play with Oshola. This Ajibade, sometimes once she comes from the bench, she's always a decider. You understand? If you watch a lot of Super Falcons game, once she comes from the bench, she decides the game. So I really want the coach to be dynamic, not a consistent kind of play. You understand? So
a dynamism, that is what the Young Bills want the Super Falcons to definitely portray in that game. 070-001-0961-961. That is the studio line. You can reach us on 070 0010-961-961. Keep your calls coming, and of course we will definitely give voice to your calls. All right, let's quickly track all the games that are currently going down in the qualifiers. It is 54 minutes. Comoros Island and Lesotho are still playing a goalless draw, third and fourth respectively. I beg your pardon. In Group H, regardless of the result, it seems these two teams do not have anything to offer. That still sits goalless. But one match that is of a keen interest to me is Equatorial Guinea and Tunisia. They are currently playing goalless. It's 12 minutes in that game. just when I was trying to adjust my seat. The game between South Africa and Morocco is currently 14 minutes and it has produced a goal. South Africa takes the lead at home. They are currently leading with an own goal. Yes, an own goal scored by Munir of Morocco. Wow. And that's the goalkeeper of Morocco. He scores an own goal.
That's what I'm talking about. The last
The likes of, I beg your pardon, young Bills, the likes of Bono, yeah, the best, I dare say the best goalkeeper in the World Cup is currently on the bench. But South Africa takes the lead through an own goal. 14 minutes in this one.
Why is Bono sitting on the bench?
I don't know.
How?
Rigoglu thinks that maybe this one he might just wrap it up. Remember, it was in action for Sevilla a couple of weeks ago, but I really do not know why he's currently on the bench. Maybe it just wants to give him some time to recover after the game.
I really don't understand because the last match Morocco played Cape Verde, they were struggling. So I told one of my friends, I said, this one Morocco is struggling against Cape Verde. I think there's a depth and a drop of form in Moroccan squad. So I really, well, it's not a shock. It's not a surprise to me because South Africa, they are very good at home. You understand? I think they have a lot of stadium. It will be a chaos and a pandemonium when it comes to the supportive side from the South Africans. So I think it's going to be a cracking match, and that match is not yet ended. There's going to be more goals in that game because the Moroccan team now will come out because they are meant to sit deep, score, defend and play conservatively. But I think this game now they are behind. I think they're going to come out in the game, and South Africa need to play up and press more higher. So I think it's a good game, and anybody watching the game will be exciting, and it's going to be a very loving game.
It's going to be a very loving game. I'm trying to get the lineup for South Africa as well as Morocco because I am very interested in this one. Looking at the Moroccan lineup, they play with the 4-1-4-1 formation. In between the stick is Munir. Munir got the own goal for South Africa. The Moroccan goalkeeper in the defense lineup. We have Musarawi, Saiz, of course. You will know that guy, Saiz, one of the towering top defenders in the World Cup. We have Agad and Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi is in this one, but so far he has been kept quiet. Looking at the defensive midfielder of Morocco, just one man, Louisa is the one anchoring the defense lineup of the midfielder department for Morocco. Up front, the parade of four-man attacking midfielder with the life of Osama Idrisi in from at the left flank, and Yosef Mala. Yosef Mala is the anchor man playing the 8 department for Morocco, and Akim Ziyech partners Mala in the midfield. And far in the right, we have Zakaria Abubakar. Zakaria Abubakar is the one from the right wing of the midfield. And up front, we have the Sevilla striker El Nesri. El Nesri is the one that have been saddled with the responsibility to get the goals for Morocco. Why for South Africa, they play the 4-2-3-1 formation. From the goalkeeping department, we have Rowan Williams. The defenders, we have Morena, Zulu, Misvla, and Miala Innocent. Miala Innocent is the guy playing from the left side of the defensive department for South Africa. Defensive midfielders are two-man partnering the defenders, just like Manchester United, where you have Fred and Casemiro. In Man City, we have John Stoner and Rodri. In Arsenal, Thomas Partey and the departed Xhaka. In Chelsea, what do we have?
Enzo Fernandez, the man that shares Biscuito.
Did you say Enzo Paracetamol? Chelsea is not me. Chelsea fans, don't be offended. I didn't talk it. No, it didn't me. All right, we have Tebolo Mokai and Batsusi Abbas up front in the midfield aspect. Talking about the advanced role of the midfielders, we have Tao. Tao just picked up a yellow card. We have Zweni and Mayemba Makila. Up front, we have Zekele Lipasa. These are the lineup of South Africa. They lead this one by 1 goal to nil, while Equatorial Guinea and Tunisia, it is currently goalless.
Pasitao, the CAF Champions League winner for Al Ahly. What a phenomenon! That's the boy from
left-footed.
Yes,
so petite, petite like Messi, petite like Ribery, petite like.
I love him.
I wanted to say petite like you, but
I'm not petite now.
Okay.
No.
When I mean petite, I mean those are days of football. When
days.
you are a chaos,
round leather game.
chaos up front. Abuja, for the record, this man, he plays football at the highest level. Now, we at one point in time we were teammates, yes, but my prayer every time is that he picks up injury and don't recover, because whenever he's in form, yours sincerely is always relegated to the bench. I always get to play just 5 minutes, 7 minutes in the second half. And though I was a super sub, but I always want to start game and play football. But this man, so dangerous and a wizard on the field of play. It's just my prayer that this guy should just pick up. Just wound in Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault.
You are good like that, right?
It's not my fault.
You are good like that.
We love the game. And it's just the gift. If not for my dad, I would have been playing for maybe Manchester United.
True that.
Seriously, so it's not my fault.
Once upon a time, we had some scouts those years talking about 2002, 3, 4, early years of 2005. We had some scouts that actually came to scout us in a young academy event playing football. But our parents insisted we must be doctors and engineers and become.
Go to school.
Oh,
I feel like crying.
Don't cry. Your son can actually do that, right?
If my son don't play football,
you will sell him
I will sell him up.
Abuja, that is what it is. We are having a good time in the studio talking football and dissecting everything in between. Permit me, guys, to delve out of the shores of Africa a bit and come back talking about the qualifiers for the Euros. It is a full time in the early kickoff that went down earlier today. Full time between Lithuania and Bulgaria. That game ended 1 goal apiece. No victor, no vanquish. But currently it is a full time. Yes, the game just ended as well. Full time, it is a Luxembourg 2, Liechtenstein nil. Luxembourg, who has refused to lose. Now they are Willenberg, yes, 2-0 that won a full time as well between the game some friendlies, yeah. These are friendly matches that actually went on earlier today. Chile won Dominican Republic by 5-0. Pakistan lost at home to Djibouti by 3-1. But other games are in the Euros that will definitely go down. Games like Ireland will take on Slovakia. That game will be going down later this evening. While Portugal will be at home to welcome Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes, those two teams will be in action. And in Africa as well, did I forget to mention Albania will take on Moldova, while Faroes Island will take on Czech Republic. Azerbaijan will do battle with Estonia, and Belgium will take on Austria. It's gonna be Hungary traveling to Montenegro to see how they can win and maybe, just maybe, fly up in the group stage. Norway will take on Scotland, and Cyprus will do battle with Georgia. But in Africa, Group L, qualification for the AFCON. Yours sincerely, yours a champion, the Teranga Lions of Senegal will take on the Ox of Benin Republic. Yes, and Botswana will take on the Desert Foxes of Liberia. African, countries with animals. I don't know, but
it's history.
It is history, right?
History.
It is history. Portugal, Bosnia and Herzegovina later this night. We'll come back to that, all right? We'll come back to that one. 23-minute countdown. South Africa 1, Morocco nil. Tunisia and Equatorial Guinea are currently playing a goalless draw. Are you surprised by the scoreline? Talking about Tunisia and Equatorial Guinea. Remember what Tunisia did us in the Nations Cup when Kelechi Iheanacho got that red card.
Do you know
Alex Iwobi?
Do you know how many times Tunisia have broken my heart? The one in Abuja Stadium, if you remember vividly, we are leading that game 2-1. A quick equalizer. I was just celebrating. I just saw a beautiful damsel upstairs. I was just celebrating. I was giving her a sign. I just came down and I saw 2-2. And I
Wow.
was shocked. I said, Now, the same thing again, the one Alessi Wobi. I really don't understand. This North African country keep giving us headache. But, well, it's bygone. I believe that this current Super Eagles is going to get it done. But Equatorial Guinea versus Tunisia, it's a dicey game. Equatorial Guinea is a very strong team.
Yeah.
When it comes to the African games, a strong team. And Tunisia, they always play defensively. Once they are away from home, they try to play conservatively. So I think it's going to end maybe a slight win from Tunisia or maybe a goalless draw.
A slight winner from Tunisia or a goalless draw. Either way, Equatorial Guinea will not win. It's either they draw or they lose at home, according to Young Bills. All right, let's still talk some more of Nigeria sport before we jet out of the shores of Nigeria and Africa, but we will still be keeping tabs on the games that are currently going on. It is a match day live and everywhere is packed full. But meanwhile, strategic partner to the Nigerian Premier Football League, MPFL, that's the GTI Asset Management and Trust Limited, has officially confirmed that the champions of the just concluded MPFL Championship playoffs, Aimba International Football Club of Aba, have received their 100 million naira prize money from the company. Project Director of the Nigerian Football Fund, the TNFF, Nelson Ne, received these in a press release made available by the TNFF head of media and publicity, Andrew Ekejibu, to journalists in Lagos on Friday. Been yesterday, and who spoke to the management of Aimba revealed that the People's Elephant Camp expressed their profound gratitude to the GTI and the interim management committee for making this happen. Now, Aimba International, 100 million naira richer. Prize money sent, money acknowledged, and Aimba, they are good to go.
Trust me, Aimba is a historical club when it comes to Nigerian football, and they have consistency when it comes to football in Nigeria in particular and in Africa. And Aimba, I know they have a very good team management, a very good hierarchy when it comes to their club, and that money will be utilized efficiently because I know about Aimba Football Club. These are the menace when it comes to Nigerian football.
Marketing, sponsorship,
they
and the new governor of Abia State, talking about Oti, is one man that loves football so much.
Yes.
I was with him a couple of days on the phone actually, and he was quite elaborate on what Aimba are currently going to use the money for. In fact, he was calling for sponsors, and I will tell you for a fact that 2 times the African CAF Champions League winners have what it takes to do business with that money, and of course attract more sponsors to Aimba Football Club.
Definitely, that's one of the things Nigerian football is lacking: sponsorship deals. We need men of valor, men of influence to meet up sponsors and convince them to come to the soil of Nigeria to invest in football. And I know Aimba Football Club, right from time, they have been consistent in the round leather game in the country, and that 100 million, I know definitely they are going to put it in their facilities, stadium facilities, players, recruitment, and all those things, building their academy, their useful play. And I really understand that they have what it takes to manage that 100 million.
Talking about having what it takes to manage that money as an organization, we are strongly committed to repositioning the country Premier Football League, and that is why we hit the ground running. Oh, talking about hitting the ground running. Oh, hitting the ground running. They don't want to stop. It's going to be non-stop hitting the ground running. The next season will be keenly contested because the stakes will be higher than what we saw this season. We advise our advice club is to have them go all out and attract the service of the best legs in the continent and beyond, and fortify their teams ahead of next season. According to the IMC chairman and the GTI financial buddy, giving advice to not only Aimba but also the likes of Remo Stars and Rivers United to go all out, have their facilities are restructured, have players that can represent the team in Africa, in the continent, and of course do well. Good advice
definitely it's a good advice. It's a fantastic advice from this hierarchy in the rounded game in Nigeria. And I really want Remo Stars, they are entertaining. One of the most
they're privately owned. What do you expect?
Flamboyant team in the country. They play good football, and their owners are trying to invest more in the team to get attracted in Africa. So I really understand what you're trying to say. Invest in your facility, stadium facility. Invest in the kind of quality players that you bring into your squad. Because we play in Nigeria and we think it's a mediocre game. When we go to CAF Champions League and then we get dusted, and I really need our teams to invest in quality players so that we can be able to compete. It is time for Nigerian football teams to compete in Africa. I'm telling you. And so kudos to Eyimba. We talked about them. They have invested wisely, and we want Remo Stars and Rivers United to try and invest more in quality instead of quantity. Definitely.
Talking about investing in quality and quantity, let me let you know that Paul Aigbogu has told clubs in the Nigerian Premier League to have a football academy affiliated with them if they intend to get it right in the CAF Champions League and the Confederation Cup. Now, talking about who Paul Aigbogu is, remember that he had two spell with the people at Eyimba about talking about Eyimba FC. He has been with them about 2 times, and he has advised them to pay more attention at the club academies and facilities. Now, he went for that to say that most clubs in the NPFL have been left behind. Other countries have moved forward in terms of many things. He said other leagues doesn't start on time. He said our league rather doesn't start on time. This year will be a big test if they start on time, but it's more than that. In other countries, most of the best players are in their clubs, while our best players are in the academy and European club contract. All in all, he's trying to say is that we do not have working academies, and most of our best legs are out in Europe in terms of from the academy level now. They are already in Europe instead of playing in the MPFL and getting their art together. He mentioned clubs in Egypt, talking about the El Ali of this world, the Raja Casablanca of this world, the Wydad Casablanca of this world, the USM of Algiers. These are clubs in the North Africa, the northern part of Africa. And coming down to the southern part of Africa, we have the TP Mozambique, we have the Mamelodi Sundown, the Kaizer Chiefs of this world, and also the Young Boys of Tanzania. These are guys that have gone so far in sporting football. His advice is that we pay attention to the grassroots football and get quality legs and nurture them. And of course, he also made mention of our leagues starting on time. Do you agree with Mr. Paul Aigbogu?
Definitely, we need our leagues to start on time because it is very important in our schedule and everything. And we're talking about grassroots football. Nigeria doesn't pay attention to grassroots football, whereby even it's recently that our Nigerian league tried to attract more younger players. Before you would have been getting to your 40s before you start playing Nigerian football league. So I think we should invest in grassroots football from the secondary school. You just have to just do some affiliates with some important academies or some important club in the grassroots. You understand, so that you can be able to synchronize between your youth system and the grassroots system. You go and pick the best players and bring it to your academy. But Nigerian football teams, they don't want to invest in the academy. And the future of football is the young gems, the academy. Once you invest in the academy system, you have a lot of talented players. What Brazil used to do, they have a template, you understand, and before you go out of the country, you must pass through the academy system of the Brazilian football, because they have an investment. I think they have like 2% of every player going out of the country that plays football.
True that.
Yes, definitely. So if we can have a very true and a consistent template in Nigeria, we have the best players in the world in this country. The best players from Nigeria, they are not even abroad. They are in the country.
I agree
but they
with
get tired, frustrated. Once they get to that age of 20, 21, 22, they have not been affiliated to any club and they get frustrated. They go into drugs and all those stuff. So we need to invest more in the grassroots game. That will help us in plunging our football.
Definitely, that will help us in boosting our football and to make sure that they go places. Come tomorrow, 5 p.m. at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Coach Bios Epicero will be in action. But before then, Abuja, let's go pay some bills and enjoy some affiliates from some of the great, amazing moments that went down last season that I've captured for you. And when we come back, we will be talking more sport. But this time, we will delve out of the African scene. We will be talking about football. A heartbreak for Manchester United. Heartbreak for Chelsea. Good one for Arsenal. Man City are licking their lips, going to the bank from Saudi Arabia as Riyad Mahrez deal to Al Ittihad is almost done and dusted. Vinicius Junior has been made the official leader of the racism, a friendly game that will be going down later in a couple of hours and days to come. All these and many more loaded on your show. Don't touch the dial. It is still 070-0010-961 961. It is 75 minutes. Lesotho nil, Comoros Island nil, Equatorial Guinea and Tunisia are still playing a goalless draw. While the on goal from Morocco still gave us South Africa the lead. It is South Africa 1, Morocco nil. Don't touch that dial, Abuja. We will be right back.
represents a mad, mad game. Hallelujah. A crazy, crazy game. Liverpool cruised, then Liverpool crashed, then Liverpool created. Just another example, just one more example of why this game engages the world. Jorginho. Odegaard! That is a piercing hit! Arsenal will not be subservient. Arsenal will not surrender their title. Martin Odegaard leads the way. And up beneath the roof, Gunners folk growl. They are not going away. Erling Haaland, bang, 2-0. Pretty much irresistible, this guy. And Manchester City are beginning here an apparent cruise. Steal from De Bruyne, who's running away from Ndidi and rolling it through for Erling Haaland. Too strong, too fast, by every measurement, in every dimension. Just too good for all who try to stay with him. Mr. Incredible. The champions back to within 3 points of the very top. 3 points now between the top two. And what a ball for Tony, who's joined by Mbamo. Here comes Brian Mbamo! 4! Can this really be happening? Blink it back! Wow, just wow! The world is on its head! There is no hiding place. The glare of the sunshine shimmers for Brentford. It exposes Manchester United. And look at the faces and let them tell you the story. Ronaldo is a man lost. It did happen. Truly, that did happen. And Arsenal are floored again. Is this the day it got away? Arsenal don't know where to look. Odegaard, White. Martin Odegaard, smashing goal. 2.5 minutes to save themselves. 2.5 minutes to keep it alive. There's a captain leading. Trossard, Jesus, Nelson, Saka! 3-3, life from their darkest hour. Perhaps a dazzling dawn. Can it be? Can it really be? This is the Premier League plot, here and now. The end. The end. Make sense of that. Where on earth are we now? Alexander-Arnold away from Zinchenko. Firmino! And the tide may turn. Oh my! Think of what it means. Think of what it means to the Kop. What it might cost Arsenal. What it could signify for Manchester City. Wow. Wow, this is gripping. What a tale to tell. You guess, let us all guess, what on earth will happen next in this crazy title race. They're shifted on for Grealish, rolled up here for Erling Haaland! The hottest shot in the history of the Premier League. 35. Erling Haaland smashes through yet one more historic barrier. He reaps the most abundant harvest of any player in any year in the history of the Premier League. Get through either, and here is Rashford. Marcus Rashford has rifled it in. That is a smashing goal for Manchester United. Boy, that was fierce. Zinchenko, Odegaard, Whipped in for Nketiah! In a flash, the Gunners shoot back. This is one defiant bunch. Have we got a game here?
We have.
Saka. Kayo Saka! Oh! That is a diamond of a goal! How that boy glitters! Now that, Lee, that is special.
It is.
This guy never stops surprising you. And Sterling, and Reece James! Chelsea have back their precious lead, and now look who's cavorting! And is this not why we love the Premier League? The 95th minute of 96. Whipped again with pace, it's in! Spurs salvation! Harry Kane leads the party! And they will escape from the bridge with a point! That is one heap of Tottenham joy! Compelling drama to the very end. Passionate, emotional, blood-boiling, sometimes angry, utterly furious, and still furious, and they are still at it. The game's over, the battle isn't. Steered out for Mahrez, who's left Junior Firpo behind, and set it for Gundogan, who scores the smoothest of City goals. Once more, immaculate in the moment. Mahrez. Gundogan! Oh. It is so creamy smooth. Irresistibly sweet. But for him, indigestible. And Salah is off on his bike. And Salah's bike is a quick one. Gakpo through the middle. He's taking on Lisandro Martinez. He sat him down. It's Gakpo! It's free! Wonderful speed of thought and movement. What a beautiful, beautiful goal. What a sight, what a sound. What a moment in his young life. So 6 nights on from their humbling in Manchester, Arsenal puff out their chest, lift their chin and march into the challenge that remains. The Emirates Stadium defiantly insists it is still on. Xhaka and Odegaard! Beauty! That is a lovely hit. And it has cheered up Arsenal plenty. Trossard. Odegaard! Snap, crackle and pop. Eternally alive. Ready to snatch his moment. The moment came and Odegaard snatched it again. And White and Gabriel Jesus. Jesus! Arsenal are happening again. And they have their boot on Chelsea's throat. Top again. Where they dream of being again. Maybe it's still alive. Arsenal are not done yet. A win, at last another win. And tonight, Arteta and the Gunners will sleep again on the very top of the pile. And Manchester City...
The 2023 Carabao Cup final. Shaw's ball in, the header is fantastic! Manchester United lead. Casemiro, the mighty Brazilian, scores at Wembley, and United strike first in the Carabao Cup final. Manchester United 1, Newcastle 0. Casemiro. And now United coming to make it 2. It's Rashford driven wide. Rashford! He's beaten Karius. Rashford scores. And there's no one better in Europe right now. Karius could not keep it out. Marcus Rashford scores, and United have got 2 quick-fire goals, and they're in command at Wembley. That's it. The trophy wait is over. Erik ten Hag wins silverware for United at the first attempt. This is just the start. We've got that winning feeling again.
.52 gone past the hour over 4 p.m. and we are still talking sports on a sport soccer board. Yes, that is the show that you are currently listening to. Everything making round in your ever exciting world of sport. That is where you find us. We have talked so much on the show, from the Super Eagles to the Super Falcons to Remo Stars Aimba. We've talked about African football and the new FCTF chairman. The election was concluded a few hours ago, and we have ourselves a re-elected chairman. Talking about Abba Mukhtar Mohammed. He returns as the FCTF chairman. And still also talking of football earlier, games that have gone down in the AFCON qualifiers. Central African Republic lost at home to Angola by 1-2. The Chipolopolo of Zambia, you can call them the copper bullet of Zambia, down Ivory Coast by 3-0. Quite appalling if you ask me. But at the nick of time, just 2 minutes to the final whistle, Comoros Island got that all-important goal. That goal was scored in the 90th minute. Wow. In the 90th minute by Changama. Changama got that goal for Comoros Island, and they defeated Lesotho away from home by 1-0 so far it is halftime between the game against South Africa and Cameroon. South Africa still lead by 1-0, courtesy of an own goal scored by the Moroccan goalkeeper Monia. But Monia, the second choice goalkeeper for Morocco. He takes his position between the sticks, and it resulted in an own goal. Meanwhile, it is halftime. Equatorial Guinea near, Tunisia near. But come later about 8 p.m. at Faroe in Port Novo, Benin Republic will be welcoming their fellow West African friend, the Taranga Lion of Senegal. The current AFCON title holders. I don't know if the lineup is out already, but it is not out already. Get it wrong! You remember that man? You remember that name? He is the coach of Benin Republic. He takes on Aliou Cissé of Senegal. That match is one game that I will definitely be interested to follow. I see have in the studio with me Jeffrey Obrigado, aka youngest billionaire of our time. I call him a young bills because this guy smells money. He walks with money. Whenever you see him, just bill him. It's capable. We are all shouting of fuel subsidy, but it is not with this man. We are shouting no cash. It is just not with this man. This man has his own personal bullion van that he drives himself. He conducts himself as a conductor. Young Bills, good to have you still joining
Take it
the
easy
show.
on me. Take it easy on me.
Right.
Abuja, please,
Right.
Mio.
Right.
Take it easy on me, please.
You don't want them to know
the
you
greatest
are.
of all
You don't
time.
want them to know you are.
It's
Stop
good.
whining me.
It's
Stop
good to-
whining me. You're whining me.
You are whining me that too.
No, I'm telling them who you are.
Who am I?
You are the youngest billionaire of our time.
Oh,
See how you're smelling money.
Oh, Jesus, help me.
Yeah, Femi 2K now.
I said amen. I said amen to
Urgent
everything you
2K.
said.
Femi Urgent
No,
2K.
don't worry, I will give you 5K. I will give you 5K.
You hear him?
I will give
You
you
bill
5K.
him 2, he gives you 5.
will give you
So the
5K.
trick is bill him 10. He doubles it. Alright, Abuja, we see about so much on the show that we will be tracking it for you. Talking about the transfer market, it is hot, it is spicy. I don't want to let you know actually because for Manchester United fans, it is a bitter pill to swallow. Once again, one man leaves them full-time in the qualifying round. It is a Luxembourg 2, Leicester City, Leicester near Lithuania and Bulgaria played out a 1-0 draw. More. We definitely be going down on the show this afternoon. I have so much on the table. The likes of Roma, Smallis signs a new contract with Roma, and more stories. The likes of Kiwior scores as Poland beat Germany. The Diamond Shah of Germany. The German machine, it seems that their machine, they don't have spare part again. Maybe the spare part they got is from one city. I don't want to mention. That machine is no longer working because they seems to be losing it by day. But then it was a sweet tale for Hurricane as England walloped Malta by 4 goals to 0, and Hurricane was on the score sheet. How many goals did he score? Hurricane got just 1 goal. 4 different scorers, including 1 for Malta. He got an own goal. Talking about Apap got an own goal for Malta. All right, let me quickly let you know how the games went down yesterday. Gibraltar lost at home to France by 3 goals to 0. Kylian Mbappe was on the score sheet. Olivier Giroud was on the score sheet, and Muehi was also on the score sheet for Gibraltar, though it was an own goal. It seems to be the season of own goals everywhere, from Europe to Africa to even the football match that I played this morning at the